Hi, welcome back to another reading vlog. And I'm just gonna go ahead and share with you the list of books that I plan to read throughout today. That is between now and midnight. As the title said, this is not a 24-hour reading challenge. I'll probably do one of those. I haven't done one since the start of the year, but I'll probably do one of those in February, but that's not this, or this is not that. So this is Arrogant. This is my library copy. I have had this over 2 years. So I definitely want to read it and return it, or I feel so bad. This is Arrogant by Christopher Peloni. Now, this was one of the movies. This is now a movie. This was one of the movies like I've watched repeatedly growing up as a child and into my early adult years. I love dragons, and if you've been watching any of my vlogs, you know I'll read or watch anything with dragons. So we have this. Then this is like just a little bit of a mystery. Dead Girls Can't Tell Secrets by Chelsea Isako. I'm really bad with names. Now this, after reading like A Good Girl's Guides to Murder, I did buy I think I bought these two together. I've had this for almost 2 years. I've never read it. And at the start of the year I've been reading so much fantasy, and I do want to get into like the suspense thriller side because I want to branch out this year. So this is definitely on the list. And then we have Archer's Voice. Now I did start reading book two like back in, I think it's sometimes last year. I think it's Travis. Um, and so I've had this for like, I don't know. I bought this sometimes, I think it's either late 2023 or early 2024. But I do want to get through my physical TBR so I can start like buying more books because I'm a little bit of a minimalist. So also that, and I do want to read The Woman or finish it. I'm like 35% in. It's one of my 25 must reads of 2025, so definitely want to read that as well. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy this little reading vlog. I'm gonna move my chair so I can face the window because it's kind of snow like a few days ago, and I like looking at the snow when I read. So, and plus I'm gonna drink my red raspberry tea. So enjoy. So we're at page 106 in Archer's Voice, and it is a dual point of view between Archer Hale and Bree Prescott. We get more of Bree Prescott's point of view. It is a slow burn romance. So it is also what I will categorize as trauma romance. Both love interests had some sort of trauma in their life. Bree had an act. There was like something, and her father died, and then Archer's parents died in a car crash. So they both have had losses in their life. And so Bree basically moved from her town, and because she had came to Pelican Lake as a child, and that was like the best years of her life. So she came looking for an escape, and she met Archer, who doesn't speak, and they're slowly developing a bond. It's on the line of friendship right now. And Archer has a cousin, Travis. As I said, I did start to read Travis's book, so I do know a little bit about how this book will end because I did start reading Travis's book without knowing that it was a part of a series. It's called Pelican Lake. However, while I have some patties in the oven, I do want to switch from this a little bit. and I'm gonna read this while my patties make, or I don't know. I'm a little bit of a mood reader, and I do want to change to something a little bit more mystery thriller-ish. So this will be what we read for the next, I guess, 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm like 14 pages in, and this is from first point of view. Where I guess we're following Savannah Sullivan. Something happens to her sister Piper, and so we're kind of uncovering exactly what happened. There's also an underlying issue where you can tell that little before something happened to Piper, Savannah and her like had like a fight or something. So I went on Libby and I got the Kindle version of this. So I'm gonna go lie in bed. I'm gonna take off my sweater. Now I crocheted this and it's very comfy, but I tend not to sleep in my crochet stuff. I do want them to live through the test of time someday. Maybe someday, if me and my daughter is the same size, it could pass down to her or my grandkids or something along that line. I don't know. But I'm gonna go change into one of my non-crochet comfy sweaters, and I'm gonna go in bed and lay down and read until around 3 because at 3 I'm gonna have to go get my daughter from the bus. So I'll see you, I guess. It's kind of late. No, I don't have my watch on, but I know the last time I checked it was after, like sometimes after 1. So we've read 106 pages plus 14. So you've read basically 120 pages so far since this project started, and it's a really nice. It's really nice to get away from writing, even though I'm itching to go write something. I'm gonna go lay down in bed because my chest is starting to hurt and enjoy a nice reading day. So it's been hours since we last spoke. I only got to like 37 or 36 pages in Dead Girls Can't Tell Secrets. I slept most of the day, to be honest. I'm currently listening to The Woman by Kristen Anna while I make dinner. And while dinner is on the stove, I'm gonna go treat myself to a nice cup of hot cocoa and probably watch some TV with my daughter while dinner cooks. So, nothing much really happened since we last spoke in terms of Dead Girls Can't Tell Any Tale. And the book that I'm currently listening to, it follows Frances McGrath. She comes from a family of army men, and she's like the first woman in her family to go to war, but she's not a soldier. She's a part of the army nurse corps, and so this is in, I think it's 1960 something. I know, it's something along that line. So we get to see what life is like for her. She's always wanted to be a nurse. To be honest, she did went to nursing school, and she's also what do you call? She'd be like a socialite. She comes from a family of elites, upper class people. So we get to see And she meets a lot of, she has two friends that she met. One is Ethel and one is Barb, which I love. And we get to see her exploring the romantic side of life, since during that time you'd have, I don't know, I was just about to talk about during that time when I wasn't even alive. But yeah, so far I do like the pace. Like, I do like the pace. It is war. I don't know. I've what last year I read the book called The Woman of Chateau Lafayette, and I'll insert like a little picture here. And since I've read that book, I've gotten to love like reading more historical fiction. To be also, I wanted to become a soldier at some point in my life. Didn't work out, but I have like a special respect for anyone who serves their country, especially women, because I I just think that we're not talked about as much when it comes on to war. They always make it seem like men were the only one who went and participated and contributed. So that's good. I'm gonna get back to my dinner and drink my cocoa and watch some TV with my daughter while dinner cooks. So I'll definitely update you like once I'm done with everything. So I'll see you then. So we're at the end of today, and as you can see, some days I want to read so much book. I'm so much of a mood reader that some days I'll start 10 books and I won't finish any until probably a couple of days later. But this is what reading is like for me. And also my chest has been hurting me, so I spent like a good portion of the day sleeping, which is also quite realistic. Like I've really been enjoying The Woman, though it made me cry like multiple times. And before bed, I like to watch an episode of the show that I'm currently watching, which is Supernatural. So I'm gonna watch an episode of Supernatural before bed, and I'll see you all tomorrow. So it is the next day, and we're gonna be reading the same books we read yesterday, except um I recently got this in the mail, and I've been dying to read a Lynn Painter book, so I might start that book. As you already know, there's no guarantee that I will finish it. However, I definitely want to finish The Woman by Kristen Anna, so I'm gonna go listen to that audiobook. I'm like 73% in, so I know we'll definitely finish that today. And I don't know. I want to get back into Archer's Voice, but I really don't like reading trauma romance for the most part. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really big on the trauma romance, unless like the only time I'll like get through it a little bit is if it's fantasy. But I don't know. Once we're finished with The Woman, then I'll see where my mood leads me. So earlier I said I was gonna finish listening to The Woman because I was like 73% in. So I went into Libby and I was like going through all the books that I had unknown and books that were gonna be returned soon, and then a book that I've seen multiple times, but I was kind of hesitant if I wanted to read it because I don't know, like I kind of have a love hate relationship with the way this author writes, and I've only read one book from her, but I said that I'm going to branch out this year. So I decided to give it a try. So I've been listening to this book right here. And it just follows like there's this woman called Jenny. She owns a salon where she does like the hair and stuff for rich housewives. However, one of them is dead, and so we're gonna see like what happened. However, what happens is we have the back and forth to the present and the past. So Jenny is currently being interviewed by a police detective, and we're also seeing flashbacks of the woman life. This is multi POV. We're following Olivia. She's like the head queen housewife. She's like it's my way or the highway. Then we have Karen who doesn't really like the way how Olivia operates. Then there's Shannon. Her husband left her for a younger woman, Crystal, and so they have this little book club, and they're kicking Shannon out because she's no longer a wife. She's a divorcee. And Shannon is making like a complete fool of herself. There's so much drama happening in this mystery suspense thriller that I'm loving. I've never really watched the house anything housewife related. I don't even watch Bachelor or Bachelorette. But I love this whole spin twist on the mystery and like like I've read The Perfect Marriage and Geneva Rose has a way of keeping you you know doing suspense wonderful. But from my experience with The Perfect Marriage, I didn't like the way how it ended. And if I recall, that book was a 3 star. So I'm gonna continue listening to this because I'm really enjoying it. And then we'll see how we'll see if I'll finish it or if I'll just switch to another book. So I did finish listening to One of Us is Dead, and I'm gonna rate it a 3.5. Now, as I'm slightly familiar with Geneva Rose's work, this is just one of The Perfect Marriage all over again. Now, it's never who you suspect, but at the same time, it is who you would have suspected. Um, it was more drama than mystery and suspense because we only got like the mystery part like within the last 5% of the book. Also, like it had a lot of plot twists. I had to give her that. Like there were some plot twists that I didn't see coming. And as it regards to per se the thriller part of it, there wasn't much of that, any much thriller. But it was a really good listen. All in all, a very good listen. Now we're gonna end this reading vlog because this is just me trying to show you like what a realistic reading day is for me. And sometimes I only listen to one book, other days I read or listen to too many books. So if you enjoy this reading vlog and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful year, month, week, day, hour, minute, second. I'll see you in another reading vlog.